On today's episode of the Fumblerooski podcast, no replacement refs. Don't worry, folks. Replacement refs will not be coming back. A new CBA has been formed for the Referee Association. Schedule release has been announced for Thursday, March 14th. May 14th. Don't worry, we are not going to be afraid of the Ides of March, or in this case, the Ides of May. So we're going to look at some schedule leaks, couple signings, and a new player getting sent into the Ring of Honor for the Vikings. All that and more. This is the Fumblerooski podcast.
It may not have always showed it in the stat sheet, but you can see him making throws when he needs to make the throws.
Back-to-back games where he has 3 touchdowns. Someone's got to get that 6 or 7 spot.
He's an elite wide receiver as a rookie.
Truly a lose-lose scenario for both sides.
Welcome to the Fumblerooski podcast by Secret Weapon Consulting. We got CJ Medeiros. We got myself, Chris Costich. No Tuck with us, unfortunately, today. Brother man's at work. But hey, we're still gonna have a good episode. CJ, how was your weekend?
Solid. I can't complain.
Hey man, nothing to complain. Nothing to complain. Nothing to complain. Wasn't a terrible weekend.
Nice. Well, what about you? You good over there?
Yeah, we're chilling. Yale got a 3-game sweep against Dartmouth, so that means I'm on the Ivy League tournament for next week. So that's all. I'd consider that a good weekend.
Oh, nice.
Getting that news. So yeah, it's pretty good. But I think that NFL fans got extremely great news over the weekend now, because the NFL Refs Association and the NFL have come to terms on a new CBA, a new 7-year agreement. So no more replacement refs. God bless America. The full details of the agreement not immediately available. This was the current CBA, which is set to expire March 31st. Oh, excuse me. And so this was basically one that's going to be put into effect once. Ow, fuck! I just hit my hand on a glass.
I'm sorry. Don't do
okay. That. I'm trying not to. So this new CBA will take effect after that. So June 1st, May 31st. But yeah, like I said, full details of the agreement not immediately available, but the NFL tied the negotiations into several initiatives for improving officiating. And according to sources, the league will get increased access to officials in the offseason for a formal training program during mini camps, training camps, and joint practices. The NFL will also develop a bench of officials and will have a greater latitude to use performance metrics for postseason assignments rather than seniority. Officials will also receive significant raises from their 2025 salaries. Earlier this spring, the NFL offered a 10% increase in game fees across the board, and in the regular season, and up to 30% for those who work the Super Bowl. League had hoped to increase the probationary period for new officials from 3 years to 4, but the agreement kept that duration at 3 years. And this was in an article 3 days ago, or in this case, when you guys are listening, 4 days ago, from Kevin Seifert and Kalen Collar on ESPN. So, this kind of goes back to what we were saying, right? Or what I was saying when the news of potential NFL replacement referees was back in order, right? I'm all for dudes getting paid, guys and girls getting paid, right? I'm all for that, especially referees, because being a referee in any of these 4 major sports is the hardest fucking thing in the world. It really is. It really is. But the officiating, you could say, in all 4 sports have increasingly, well, there are actually studies in baseball that have shown that the strike zone for umpires is a lot better than what it is, a lot more accurate than what it was 20 years ago. But anyways, you could say officiating as a whole has been kind of shit, at least pretty shit in the last 10 years. And granted, I will say that maybe it's a little bit more blown up because social media is becoming more and 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 more of a thing as we grow older. So that takes into account, but it still doesn't take away from some of the shit that we've seen, especially in the last 5 years. So, obviously, once more details comes out, we'll probably have a better take on it, to be honest, because this is all they've really given us in terms of what's actually in the CBA, in terms of what they're doing to improve officiating. There was that report that the NFL wanted to do more in terms of holding officials accountable, which the NFLRA was not about that, but by any means, which not surprising, but also shocking at the same time, considering that, as we mentioned, the officiating has been really shit in the last 5 years. But I think when you look at what's actually been made available in terms of the information, I think these are all good things in the long run.
Yeah, I guess. Look, I'm going to be frank here, okay? I'm not sure how I feel about them getting a pay raise. My point is, if I did my job the way the NFL officials did theirs, I would be fired. And maybe, I've heard that argument before about, oh, well, it's actually social media that's blowing everything out of proportion. But last season, bar none, had some of the worst officiating I have ever seen in my life. It was probably the worst officiated season I've ever seen in my life. And I say this every year, but every year it keeps getting worse. And I feel like it's kind of a middle finger to the fans at this point. Because I'll go back to what I said earlier, about the pass interference rule, about that independent study that was done that showed that they missed like over half their calls or whatever the numbers were. And that's why I realized that these are not people I think we can negotiate with. I wouldn't describe them as particularly good people either, because when they were willing to let their ego get in the way of correcting a call, then yeah, maybe they shouldn't be an official. And I was one of the handful of people that said, you know what, maybe replacement refs wouldn't be so bad. Like, let's just see what happens. And now they're getting a pay raise. That's disgusting. However, what I will tell you is I do like, and I really mean it, that I sincerely do like that they are going to implement that system where the playoffs will be decided not by seniority or, who calls the playoff games, not by seniority, but actually by, performance. Because, the younger officials had to, earn their stripes, wait for a few years while the veteran officials were able to call playoff games. So the point is, when they're performing terribly, it gets to a point where you got to say, sure, you're calling these playoff games. Do you really deserve it? You sucked in the regular season. What makes you, what assurances do I have that you're going to stop sucking in the playoffs as well? I don't have that. And I'm just going to say, I just don't think they deserve a raise. You could say, oh, I love to see guys getting paid. I do too, when they deserve it.
Oh, yeah.
They have done nothing to, to get any kind of raise. And I will maintain that if you or I did our jobs the way they do, yeah, we're getting canned.
Yeah.
And I just, the fact that the official deal isn't out kind of worries me, because I know there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that we don't approve of. And honestly, I kind of feel like the officials union or the refs association, whatever the hell it's called, I feel like they won this, unfortunately. I was hoping they wouldn't. I felt like they would, and they did, and I don't like it. And worse yet, the league couldn't get their accountability thing in there, which, yeah, obviously, they don't want to be held accountable. But at bare minimum, make them do press conferences.
Which maybe there is an accountability clause in there
We'll see.
just hasn't been released yet. But at the same time, if there was some sort of accountability clause, I feel like we would have heard about it by now.
No, we would have.
Yeah, because that would be like that would be the biggest thing in the CBA. That's for sure. Like holding reps accountable. Like who would have thought? Like obviously when we originally talked about it, like the MLB actually does like the best job in terms of holding guys accountable. Surprisingly so, considering the names that you know certain names of umpires, unfortunately, which you really shouldn't. But that's just
no, now we got ABS.
Yeah, now we have ABS and everything's great. But did you off topic? Did you see the there was a game yesterday, I think it was an athletics game, and the catcher's trying to hold his frame, but it was called a ball, but he didn't realize it because he thought it was going to be a late strike 3 call. So he goes to challenge it, but because he was holding the frame so long, he wasn't able to challenge the call. They were not too happy about that one, to say the least.
You said this was the A's?
Yeah, this was the
Yeah,
A's.
it seems like something that would happen to them.
Yeah, they might have been playing the Royals or something. I forget.
The
A's were not happy about it.
That's peak A's behavior, honestly.
For real, man. But I'm very curious to see what else ends up being in this CBA. I hope that there actually is some sort of accountability clause that hasn't been released yet. But like we said,
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath either, especially since, well, we would have heard about it by now. I'm hoping that we're wrong. I'm really hoping we're wrong. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything else about this CBA that we want to touch on?
I cannot stress enough. I don't like the fact they got a raise, but I'd be able to live with it if there's some like accountability clause or something that would allow them to be held accountable. Because the fact that they can go in there, do a horrible job, and get zero repercussions, I'm sorry, that's just not how the real world works.
Yeah. I wonder if the wording in this article in terms of the quote negotiations into several initiatives for improving officiating and getting increased access to officials in the offseason for a formal training program during mini camps, training camps, and joint practices, a bench of officials. I feel like that performance metrics for postseason assignments and says seniority. I wonder if this is like a very liberal way of saying that there's going to be accountability.
Possibly. I don't know.
Because like what initiatives would you put in outside of holding officials accountable to improving officiating? Like I'm not like asking you to give me an answer. I'm more just seeing this like facetiously, but like I definitely use that word incorrectly, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. I understand you entirely, and I sincerely get it. I don't know. But I feel like if there were, they would have said it outright.
Yeah. I wonder if like this is the accountability, but they said it in a very liberal way to protect the RA.
Possibly.
There's your spin zone for the day. Good to move on.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. So NFL schedule release set for Thursday, May 14th. So we've had some schedule leaks already, but this is when the official NFL schedule will come out. I don't know if you saw this, but the Patriots schedule got leaked. This is about to turn into a Patriots podcast for like.
No, I actually didn't see it.
You didn't?
No.
So the Patriots were given 4 primetime games. First 2 are on the road. First one's against Buffalo Thursday night. I don't have it in front of me. I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. First one is against Buffalo on Thursday Night Football. Another one is against the Packers on Monday Night Football. I think that's a home game. Then the Pats have a Sunday night game against the Jets towards the end of the season. Then they have another Sunday night game against Kansas City on the road. But I think that the Buffalo and Kansas City, those two, the Thursday night game and the Sunday night game are in the span of 3 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I said before? I'll say it again. I hate primetime games. I hate night games just so much in general because odds are I got stuff to do the next day. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I've always never. I mean, I'm always a primetime guy. I'm more of a night owl myself, but like I would be totally fine if these games were bumped to like 7:30, 7:45, not like 8:30.
6. How about 6:30 or maybe perhaps 7?
Yeah, that'd be great. So, some of these. Let's talk about some of the schedule leaks that we know about already, right? So Seahawks, they're playing on Wednesday night. Wednesday, September 9th is the opening night at 8:20 p.m. That's on NBC. The next night, the 49ers and Rams playing in Melbourne, Australia on Netflix at 8:35 p.m. on a Thursday night. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, Jesus. Like, now, the thing about the NFL, we can rag on the times and whatnot all we want, but at least they start at the time that they say they're going to start at. Unlike the NBA, where they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna throw in a start time of 8:00, but we're not actually going to tip off till 8:30." Like, fuck you. But, anyways, I digress. 49ers Rams at 8:35 p.m. Netflix. Melbourne, Australia, and then Sunday Night Football is going to be Cowboys, Giants. The Bills are going to be their home opener in their new stadium. It's going to be Thursday night, September 17th, week 2 against the Lions. How do you like that? That's a pretty good way to open up the new stadium.
Yes, I dare say so.
I like that. That'll be a fun game. Week 3, Sunday in Rio de Janeiro. Ravens Cowboys. 4:25. That's an interesting one. That feels like one of those that should be like a random Friday night game. Just because it's in Rio. But
yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I'm so tired of the foreign games, and it's throwing off our schedule. And all these ungrateful foreigners, all they do is say like, whenever the Super Bowl rolls around, they show that one fuck ass graphic. It's like, oi, bruv, more people watch the World Cup than they do the Super Bowl. Nobody cares outside of America. And yet they cry and they whine for actual, they actually like cry and whine and moan to get games. And then when someone like me will say, hey, I don't think we should be giving the foreigners games because all they do is bitch about the sport. They say no one cares, but it's like, no, but you sure seem to want it in your country. You sure don't mind the money that it brings in, and I just think we should take it away, and watch them shut up real fucking fast. I'm just going to say it. I'm so done. Because, when we saw it during the Super Bowl too, and I mean this, every Super Bowl, there's that same graphic every year. It's the same thing. It's, oh, know your place, Americans. Like, yeah, well, it's like, if you don't like it that much, why do you want it here? Why do we go out of our way to accommodate you? I just don't understand that. I genuinely don't understand why we go out of our way and change the times up here to accommodate them. Who cares about them? By their own admission, they don't care. I mean, they actually do. They just say it to get under our skin because for some reason, like, we live in their head rent free. I just, when it comes to the tiers of football fans, I'm not talking about as humans. I'm talking about as fans. These are less thans we're talking about. These aren't like people in the way you and I are people. We watch football. They are along for the ride. And I just think the league should remember, who got them to this point? Us. And now we're going to hear, every NFL team should have should have a foreign game. It's like, I don't want that.
Those viewership graphics are so full of shit, to be honest. Let's think about it this way. How long is the Super Bowl, CJ? How long is the Super Bowl? I'll end this argument right. I'll end this argument right now. How long is the Super Bowl?
It's like including the halftime show, or like because it's longer.
Just how long's the Super Bowl?
The game itself, like when the time is like an hour, but it's usually like 4 because it's how that shit works.
It's 4 hours. Super Bowl is 4 hours. One day. It takes up. If we talk about the festivities, if we go through the whole thing, it's one day. It's one day. How long is the World Cup?
Don't know, don't care. They don't care about our Super Bowl. I certainly don't care about the World Cup. And I don't really care that it's coming to the United States. You couldn't pay me to care.
It's more than one day. I could tell you that much. It's at the very least 2 weeks. It takes up a whole fucking month. So those viewership graphics are full of shit because that's a total combined viewership of people watching the FIFA World Cup for the fucking 60 plus games that happen in the matter of 2 weeks or whatever the hell the time frame is. That should end your argument, right? If you want to go World Cup final, fine. Go World Cup final over the Super Bowl. I'd love to see what the viewership numbers. Let's look it up.
It's probably more because it's true. More countries do watch it. I just think that these countries shouldn't be biting the hand that feeds. Because, all they do is talk about how much superior the real football, or soccer as we call it, is. And they talk about how much better the World Cup is. But I just don't understand the cognitive dissonance here. And yet, the Europeans, the Australians, the Brazilians, and all these other people, I'm joking when I say creatures. Don't fucking jump down my throat, internet. They line up to go to these games. And honestly, why do we? Who the hell even lives in Australia? Why would we even play in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where you're more likely to get shot more than anything? It's like, oh, hey, we're going to London this week. I'll better bring our stab vests. Like, why? Why do we humor these people?
So, Super Bowl from last year, not this year's Super Bowl. The Super Bowl from last year was 127.7 million viewers. The FIFA World Cup 2022 totaled 5 billion viewers across all media platforms. So it was an estimated the final match between Argentina and France set a record because it's Argentina and France with an estimated 1.5 billion people watching.
Yeah, so it's like, sure, like you can say all this all you want, but I mean, even though it's more, it's like, well, yeah, obviously it's the world. But then again, you don't get to say the world doesn't care and then cry and whine for the NFL to play there. It's like, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I hate the cognitive dissonance. Either you care or you don't.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do some.
And also, to all these other countries, I'm just saying, there's a reason. There is a reason that you get all the loser Super Bowl merch, like the losing team Super Bowl champs. Yeah. That's what you get. That is just a friendly reminder. That is how we view you. You get the losing team merch because, they make both. Just remember, rest of the world, we dump all that off on you. That should remind you where you are. So next time you say, "Ha ha, football, American football's stupid. No one cares." Yeah, I'll remember that next time. You're like, "Oh, I sure hope they come to my country."
So I just did some quick math.
Yeah.
I'm just going off the format of this year's World Cup, which is normal. 104 matches in the World Cup. So you divide that by the 5 billion viewers that came in from 2022 and would assume that it's going to be 5 billion again this year.
Probably.
We're looking at about 48 million per match.
Oh. Well, except for the
final, of course.
the
But
final.
shit, like 1.5 billion just for the final.
So then subtract that from the original 5.
Yeah.
Then
You want me to do that? Because
yeah, sure. Because if you subtract that from the original 5, right?
so it'd be 3.5 billion. I just got to do some quick math.
Yeah, and then just divide that across all the other games, and wouldn't you know? Well.
Yeah, it's 33 million.
Yeah, that's globally.
Yeah, it's globally, man. And people globally still watch the Super Bowl. People globally watch the Super Bowl.
I mean, not as much because I don't understand like why we're always in their head rent free. It's so ridiculous. And I know this is a more beefed up version of last time's rant, but I'm just so done. All they do, like I said, is just they talk shit and say like, we don't want you here. We let you in. And then it's like, okay, but you still go to the game. So put your money where your mouth is and don't, because Lord knows real fans like you and me, we don't care that our team's playing overseas. We don't get to be like, ooh, London, yay, that's so cool. Like, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
we don't care. We just watch the team. You know what? They could be playing in a Waffle House parking lot for all I care.
I think I remember, like, when I was like 10 or something like that, like the idea of the Patriots playing in London and playing the Buccaneers and whoever else, like the couple of years following that, like the idea of that as a 10-year-old, yeah, that's cool. But then you get older and you're like, oh, fuck. I gotta wake up early on a Sunday now to watch my team instead of just having a roll. Like I could just roll out of bed at noon, maybe make a cup of coffee, maybe go to Dunks or something, or go to Market Basket or Hannaford or something like that and grab whatever hot lunch they got in line over there, and I'll call it and sit on my ass and call it a day. Instead, I got to roll out of bed at 8 a.m., 8:45, and watch my team maybe win. Granted, I'm also thinking of the Patriots playing in Germany against the Colts, but
yeah, look, I just once again, I don't care, and I can already hear some people already wanting to like shit talk me. It's like, oh, you're an uneducated American, you all. It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's like, look, let me explain something. I've been to the UK, I've been to France, I've been to Spain. You have your sports, you have ours, and if you don't care as much as you say you don't, then why do you still go? Why do we live in your head rent free? It's kind of like that meme from that one show that I've never seen. I think it's John Hamm and someone else on the elevator, and it's like, I feel bad for you. I don't think about you at all.
yeah,
Never forget, rest of the world, that's where you are, sports-wise. We don't care. We do our own thing. You talk all the shit you want, but then just don't come, don't watch. But you still do anyway.
Yeah, like I get like the Premier League will come to America, and maybe they'll have like fucking Man U playing Juventus in Lincoln Financial once in a blue moon, or like Arsenal plays Liverpool at Gillette Stadium or some shit. But those are exhibition matches. That's, if we wanted, maybe the NFL should take a page out of the Premier League's book and do that, because the Premier League isn't giving America the time of day to give us a regular season match. Fuck, the Champions League ain't doing that.
Exactly. I don't understand.
And there's a lot of people there's a lot of people on this side of the pond that care about that shit too.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Not to go not to go against your point that no one gives a fuck. Well, like you and I don't follow that, so we don't give a fuck about the Premier League and Champions League. But
yeah, no, I just don't care. I continue to not care. I never did. Like, if you do, that's cool, but just stop whining is all.
Yeah. All right. A couple more schedule leaks. I guess sticking on the foreign train real quick, because that's really the majority of these games that got leaked. Commanders are playing against a very tough opponent in TBA at 9:30 on October 4th, week 4. Jaguars also going to be playing TBA the next week at 9:30 in London. And then the Jaguars, well, this is the time of year where the NFL loves to shiv the Jaguars, but at the same time, it's low key also like a scheduled win that next week, and they're playing the Texans. So October 18th, write down, if you are a gambler, call the number 1, and B, and 2, bet on the Jaguars to beat the Texans in this game. Lions are playing TBA in Munich, Germany. 49ers are playing week 11 in Mexico City. I feel like I saw that was supposed to be against the Raiders.
Maybe. I'm not going to lie, though. This TBA team, Lee really must love them.
I know. It's giving them all the international.
Sorry, I had to. I'm joking.
I got to say, I can't say that was an original joke. I stole that from the Section 10 pod. Are you familiar with Section 10?
Nope.
It's a Red Sox podcast. Because this weekend there was, I would say 3 of the 4 scheduled games this past week against Tampa were all TBAs in terms of the starting pitchers.
Yeah, so wow, TBA. He's everywhere.
Yeah. TBA, man. He's up for a Cy Young. Thanksgiving Eve game that's going to be on Netflix. Normal Thanksgiving Day slate. Eagles Cowboys is named as the 4:30 time. Normal Black Friday. And then we start getting into the Saturday stuff. The Christmas slate is finally getting into a spot where like the Christmas slate kind of makes sense. Like we're kind of getting into Thanksgiving world now. We're getting to that part of the rotation of the calendar where Christmas is lining up to the weekend. So Christmas Eve is on Thursday this year. Christmas Day is on a Friday. Nice. Now we're starting to get to where shit actually makes sense instead of making the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers play on a fucking Wednesday.
You know what? Let me just tell you right now, all right? I hate sports on Christmas, and I know once again I'm in the minority here, but look, I'm a Pats fan, right?
Well, are you fine with the NBA?
I don't care. I rarely watch the NBA. Like, I'm a Celtics fan, but when I do tune into a game, sure as shit, it's not going to be on Christmas Day. Look, if the Pats are playing on Christmas Day, I'm just not going to watch it. I don't care. I'd rather be with my family than watch my team potentially stress me out and maybe ruin my day. Obviously, I'm not one of those people that lets a game ruin their day, so it doesn't matter. But still, I know some people are, and why would you go to that? And honestly, if you are one of those people that goes to the game itself on Christmas Day, like, why is your lifestyle allow for this? And I feel bad for the athletes. And, you mentioned the NBA, right? I saw a quote last year about something that LeBron said about how he hasn't had like a family or Christmas with his family in like forever.
Oh, well, when you're LeBron James,
the players, I think the Christmas games themselves are stupid. Like, I'm never going to watch that.
Well, when you're LeBron James, you accidentally sign up for that shit, unfortunately, because the league will milk you to fucking death like a cow.
I guess.
Because like LeBron has probably
No,
played in
I'm not
every.
even disagreeing. I don't care. I've never cared about these Christmas Day games, man. It does not affect me at all. Like I don't watch NBA, NFL, like and I'm more into the NFL than I am the NBA. I still don't. Like I said, New England could play, Boston could play. I don't care. I don't care. Did not care then, do not care now.
Well, CJ, all I gotta say is, well, you're a better man than me.
Well, I
In
mean,
this
yeah, but I feel like our
instance.
viewers could put that together. Nah, I'm messing around. You're a great guy.
Okay.
What? You're a great
That's
guy.
why I said in this
We
instance.
joke.
That's why I said in this instance, you're a better man than
Oh,
me. In this instance. SMH, man. I'm gonna remember that one next time.
next time what? In what scenario would you? All right, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Wipe down a little, man.
Hey, what's that mean? What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Fucking
All right.
choked.
We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into a couple signings that were made over the weekend. One of them being a franchise kicker. All that more. This is the Fumblerooski podcast.
It may not have always showed it in the stat sheet, but you can see him making throws when he needs to make the throws.
Back-to-back games where he has 3 touchdowns. Someone's got to get that 6 or 7 spot.
He's an elite wide receiver as a rookie.
Truly a lose-lose scenario for both sides.
All right. So remember when Brandon Aubrey was named the highest paid kicker in NFL history?
Yeah, I remember. Good times. Why do you bring this up?
Remember when I said that maybe it's just going to end up being like a Myles Garrett and Max Crosby thing where like Max Crosby has it for like a week, maybe 2, and then Myles Garrett sweeps in and becomes the new highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Remember when I said that about Brandon Aubrey?
Yes, I remember. Why?
Well, that's the case here. Chris Boswell received a 4-year deal from the Steelers and is now tied as the highest paid kicker in NFL history.
I just know that at some point Cam Little from the Jags is going to overshoot both of them.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. But yeah, Chris Boswell, man. What a guy. What a legend. You know what he really is the last member of the Killer Bees era. You remember that? Ben, Bell, Brown, and Boswell. Yeah. Now it's just
I didn't realize we're considering Boswell in that category, but yeah.
I don't know. Urinating Tree did, and if you watch him on YouTube, then you know Ball. You are quite familiar with Ball. But
I know Urinating Tree. I guess that one just went over my head.
Yeah, well, I watch all his stuff, so it's.
I don't think I've really watched much since the Days of Our Steelers stuff.
No, he brought some back. You know, he does the music. Oh,
I mean like neck deep in the.
Oh yeah, that was like 2019.
Yeah, the year that like Juju fumbled against the Saints, and they were like on their last breath of trying to make a playoff spot, and ended up like 7-8-1. Or they tied with the Browns in like week 2, week 1 that year.
Yeah, he's still doing This Week in Sports Ball too. So
notice that.
But he still does it. Like it's still good. But yeah, so some people did think about Chris Boswell as part of that Killer Bees. So yeah, you could argue he's the last one. And in either way, across 11 years, he's hit 87.7% of his field goals. And he's hit 95.7% of his extra points. That's pretty cool. I think that's good. I think he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. I think 2024 he was first team All-Pro for kicking, as a kicker and such.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Also, not to mention he's a career 52 of 63 from 50 plus. That's pretty solid.
I'd say that's pretty damn solid.
So yeah, I think he deserves it. I'm looking at Pro Football Reference, and they have him as the 26th kicker of all time.
What?
Yeah, you know how they do their
Like the Hall of Fame? Are you saying?
their
or-
Hall of Fame monitor. Yeah,
Okay. What do they have as the top one? I'm curious. Is it
Morton
Vinatieri?
Anderson,
Oh,
and then it's Adam Vinatieri, and then it's Justin Tucker, and then after that, there's a big jump, and then it's Gary Anderson, Nick Lowry, and I always forget how to pronounce his name. It's like Jan Stenrud.
Jan Stenrud, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I always forget. And then it's Jim Backen, Garo Yepperman, Steven Gostowski, Mark Mosley, and Jason Hansen.
I didn't realize Gostowski was going to be up that high.
Yeah, but he's not. Because you could argue he is a top 10 kicker of all time, but you have to realize Morton Anderson's Hall of Fame meter is I'm going to round with all these, is a
like how big of a
97.5.
jump on this meter are we talking? You mentioned
just wait. Anderson is a 97.5. Vinatieri is a 92.7. Justin Tucker, who's third, is an 81.9. And then Gary Anderson is a 65.9. So the jump is very real, Chris.
Yeah. You kind of have to like either A, be in the league for 20 fucking years, B, win a lot of Super Bowls, and C, have a lot of extremely high intense clutch kicks in some of the biggest moments in sport.
Yeah, that's
which I basically just named off like Adam Vinatieri's entire career, but that should sum up like what you have to do as a kicker to make it into the Hall of Fame. Because like of those names, like it's Vinatieri and Morton Anderson that are the only two kickers in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, I think Jan might be as well. Because his name was in bold.
Yes, Jan Stenrud. Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Do you know of the other three guys that are in the Hall of Fame that were also kickers, but not as their primary role?
No, I don't. Let me know.
Would you like to take a guess?
No.
Okay. George Blanda. 26 seasons as a quarterback and a kicker, which is fucking.
Oh wait! Blanda's in the Hall of Fame, huh? I wouldn't think that. He was someone that I thought, but I didn't know he was in the Hall. But yeah,
class of 81. Lou Groza, offensive tackle and kicker.
Should have figured that one
out. Class of 74, and then class of 2014, not too long ago, Ray Guy, the first and currently only pure punter in the Hall of Fame. Ray Guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess, is this the start of making a case for Chris Boswell?
I don't know. I don't see it.
Let's wait till he retires. But yeah, I feel like if he had closer to Adam Vinatieri, that's the thing, is like, I feel like Adam Vinatieri is like, that's unfortunately the benchmark, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Which Adam Vinatieri had one hell of a fucking career. Moving on.
No, you're right.
Yeah. David Njoku signed a 1-year deal with the Chargers. So Chargers added to the pass game, which surprising, not surprising. Njoku kind of went this long without signing to a team. It's a 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. He's 29 years old. Contract voided on February 10th. Over the entirety of his 9-year career, all in Cleveland, Njoku ranks second in Browns history in touchdown catches, receptions for a tight end, only trailing Hall of Famer.
I was not paying attention at all. Sorry.
Ozzie Newsome.
Oh, yeah.
He has missed 11 games due to injury the last 2 seasons. Production's kind of dipped because of that. So it makes sense why. So this makes sense as why it took him so long to come to terms on a deal with somebody. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean, if this what's the room looking like right now in LA? What's that room looking like?
Pass
So
catchers in general, or
so now you add in David Njoku, who currently on ESPN is listed as the number 2 tight end. Oronde Gadsden is listed as the starting tight end.
I understand, Syracuse legend around Jansen, yes.
And then McConkey, Quentin, and Trey Harris are your 3 receivers.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to see what Mike McDaniel can do with them, because he's a damn good OC. So I think it's good.
They were there's been a lot of talks right now of like, is Justin Herbert an MVP candidate? Like there's been a lot of talks on First Take and some other NFL shows or other shows in general about the possibility of just how far Mike McDaniel can go with this Chargers offense.
Well, that is a very good question, but I will tell you one thing. If they can't win a playoff game this year, then remember that uncomfortable conversation we had about Herbert when they got bounced again? We're going to have another one. If they miss the playoffs or go one and done, then I don't know how seriously I'm going to take Herbert anymore.
Yeah.
Literally could just be Dak Prescott of the AFC.
Yeah. I feel like that this is definitely the year of like my issue right now is just like, because he definitely is in that spot where I don't know. I guess I always just end up reverting back to the take of like Tom Brady ruined our idea of what a quarterback should be. But at the same time, like yeah, Justin Herbert has now been around long enough where like if he is actually the guy, then like it shouldn't matter who he has. Which like, yeah, Herbert is the guy. He is that guy. Like he is that motherfucker. He's a bad man. But he should have like, you look at a guy like Josh Allen, right? Like, yeah, he hasn't had a lot of postseason success, but he's gone pretty damn close for not having the greatest receiving room. Like, yeah, he has Stephon Diggs, but who's there behind him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes last couple of years, like his best receiver is Rashee Rice some years if he's around. Outside of like the first couple of years with Tyreek, obviously, but then he doesn't have Tyreek, and he's basically doing the same shit that Brady did, right? Yeah. Like these guys are at least like making runs. Like Herbert has yet to make a run, and we can make up the excuses all we want. Like, yeah, his O-line was being bad last year. Is this and that. His O-line wasn't around the year before. Quinn Johnson's a bum. He's got brick hands. Quinn Johnson is now starting to come into his own. Ladd McConkey is now a certified wide receiver 1. This has to be it. This has to be it.
I mean, I would think, right? Especially now that you give him a real offensive coordinator, not that loser Greg Roman, who, is a OC right out of the early 2000s, like looking at probably 2000 itself, and yet still couldn't figure out a forward pass. So, and I do, for what it's worth, I do think Jim Harbaugh is a very good coach.
Yeah.
So when you have all those weapons, a healthy line, and a healthy defense, please, Chargers, can you do something? Because I'm not going to lie, that title, the moniker of If Man, yeah, that's looking pretty permanent right now. Just saying.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate. Like I do think Justin Herbert is that guy and can be that guy that takes you on a big run. But yeah, that's all I really have for you at this rate, because then I'm just going to start repeating myself. All right. Anything else in regards to Njoku?
No, not really.
I guess ending on a bit of a lighter thing, Adrian Peterson to be named in the Vikings Ring of Honor.
Good for him. Obviously, he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. Definitely top 10. Best Vikings running back of all time by far. That just makes sense. Also, in other Ring of Honor / Team Hall of Fame news, New England's putting Rob Gronkowski in theirs.
Oh yeah. That was they made that news like a couple weeks ago, right?
I know. I'm just saying we didn't talk about it. So.
Yeah. Which
Man, Adrian Peterson deserves it. He was. I mean, you got to remember, like he tore his ACL, then came back, and then rushed for 2,000 yards and won MVP.
Something like that. Yeah, he won MVP.
Huh?
He won MVP after their ACL tear. That's all, man. That's all you need to say.
That man could just absolutely beat up on defenses. It was insane.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like to switch up because, once he left, he went to like the Saints and then the Cardinals. I think like the Titans or the Lions. That was weird. But man, prime Adrian Peterson, a lot of people, they just don't know.
Dude, for real.
He was a problem.
He's also 5th all time in rushing yards and touchdowns. That's insane. Insane. Unfortunately, I was afraid that the assault charge that he got on his son back in 2014, when he was put on the commissioner's exempt list, he was able to avoid jail time and a felony conviction, but he was also suspended for 6 games as well during that time. Like I was afraid that like that would be brought to light or be a shadow over himself and kind of hold him from being a Hall of Famer, or Ring of Honor guy for that matter. But here we are. We're talking about Adrian Peterson being in the Vikings Ring of Honor come the fall.
Yeah.
So, induction will come 1 year before Peterson is eligible for election to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Hey, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder what this year's Hall of Fame class is going to be. It should be good, right? Remember, I saw something about what this year's Hall of Fame class.
I thought they announced it already.
No, who's eligible? I mean.
Oh, yeah. That's coming at the Hall of Fame game, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
No. Well, we know who's making the Hall. We're just going to get their busts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, who's going to be eligible or first-time eligibility for next year?
Yeah.
Okay. You bring up the Gronk Hall of Fame, Pat's Hall of Fame thing. One thing that has been kind of grinding my gears is that there's so many guys from that original dynasty that still aren't in the Patriots Hall of Fame.
Because it's only one a year. And the one time they ever did 2 was when Robert Kraft got impatient and wanted to jam in Bill Parcells.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like they only do it once, one player a year. It's like, dude, like by the time we get to like Vinatieri, maybe he's probably gonna be fucking dead, or like at this rate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because
like
Gronk made it in over Vinatieri and Logan Mankins, and they're both worthy. I do have a solution though. Don't worry. Bring up, I don't know how many people, say 6, and have the top 3 get in.
Okay. I'm hip with that.
One a year, and you got to remember they did bend the rules so Brady could get in, which that makes sense. It's Tom.
Of course, it's Tom fucking Brady.
So yeah, like I get that, but still.
Yeah. Who's in the Pats Hall of Fame?
I think right Jules got in. I don't.
Let's see. Oh, you want? Well, do you want to hear the Yeah, so Mankins and Vinatieri were the finalists for this year.
Yep.
As you mentioned. I'm clicking on the wrong thing right now. Oh. What am I doing?
Here we go. I think I got it here.
Oh, did you?
So Gronk just made it in, and
Okay.
I'm working backwards. Julian Edelman, Bill Parcells, Tom Brady, Dante Scarnecchia, Mike Vrabel, Vince Wilfork, Tracy Sormonti. I think she was the cheerleading director.
Yep.
Richard Seymour, Rodney Harrison, Leon Gray, Matt Light, Raymond Claiborne, Kevin Falk, Willie McGinnis, Houston Antoine, Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi, Gil Santos, Troy Brown, John Morris, Drew Bledsoe, Sam Cunningham, Jim Nance, Billy Sullivan, Ben Coates, Stanley Morgan, Bruce Armstrong, Andre Tippett, Steve Grogan, Mike Haynes, Babe Perilli, Steve Nelson, Jim Lee Hunt, Bob D, Nick Buonaconti, Gino Capoletti, and John Hanna.
Shout out Gil Santos and Gino Capoletti.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Gil Santos. But for those that don't know, most likely don't know, Gil Santos was the Patriots radio commentator for like the longest fucking time, and then 2013 hit, and then they went to
It's Bob Sochi now, right?
Yeah, Sochi and what's his fucking name? Why am I blanking?
The commentator, it's Zolak, right?
Yeah, Zolak. Why couldn't I think of Zolak? How do I forget? How do I not think of Zoe's name? What the hell?
Dude, I don't even know like New England radio like that, and I knew that. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, no, there's just so many names that still haven't been thrown in to only do one a year and like maybe 2 a year on a Blue Moon's notice. But like, we need to start. Like, if you want to start cutting it back down to one once we get out of this lull of like, all right, like all the big time guys from the original dynasty, and like, because at some point we then have to start thinking about the guys from the second dynasty, and that's gonna, like, by the time we get there, like, guys are gonna be in their 70s. Like,
yeah,
we gotta start picking things up here.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because from the second dynasty, you try to assume you mean are the second 3 Super Bowls.
Yes.
I mean, I would imagine you would have to have guys like Stephon Gilmore, Dante Hightower.
Hightower was actually the first name I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. McCourty. I mean, Jules just got in.
Fucking
James
Patrick
White,
Chung.
James White. The legend himself, Matthew Slater. David Andrews. Probably you could argue Joe Tooney, Shaq Mason.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that are gonna have to get put in the next 30 years, and there is not 30 guys, and there's probably more than 30 guys that we can name that needs to get put in. Like Josh McDaniels is gonna need to get put in at some point. Like
Bill Belichick, of course.
Belichick, yep.
Matt Patricia, honestly, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we don't like the OC, but like, yeah,
you could throw a ton of dudes from that coaching staff in there.
Oh, running back coach Ivan Fears.
I was just thinking of Fears. Yep. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And we're 20 years away, like, out from the OG 3 Super Bowls. And we're
and even the OG 3, there are other coaches too, like Romeo Crennel. He definitely deserves it.
Crennel,
maybe.
What?
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss, yep. 100% Charlie Weiss. Fucking Lawyer Malloy. Even though he was there.
Asante Samuel too. He was
yeah, so dudes, like, even
Troy
the guys
Brown,
that
I don't know if I said Troy Brown, but he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, like, even the guys that didn't even win a ring with us. Like, there's so many dudes that didn't even win a ring. Like, fucking, you could even throw Randy fucking Moss in there. Shit, like
Welker.
Wes Welker, even though he probably wouldn't accept it because he like low-key hates Kraft and Belichick, but like
Wait, why does
Welker's
he
another-
hate us? Howie, why does he hate them now? I didn't hear that.
I think he mainly just never really liked Belichick, but
Well, cool, buddy. That's cool, Wes. Catch passes in the Super Bowl, and maybe we can talk.
yeah, him and Amendola both.
Yeah, I know. Amendola's been running his mouth, and it's funny. And here's the thing: Amendola knows he shouldn't be saying that because whenever he's on Julian Edelman's podcast, Jules and Gronk like rip him apart over it.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, fun times. We didn't mean for this to turn to a Patriots podcast.
yeah. Apologies
It's
for that.
late. It's late. We're both tired. I got
It's
done
not even
working
being
out.
tired. It's
I'm
like
done
now
playing
we're.
basketball. It's like
It's not even being tired for me. I'm just like now I'm getting riled up. Now I'm getting riled up. Let's talk about the Red Sox.
no. Put that energy toward an immaculate grade, if anything.
I'm down. I'm down for that. Let's see what the
Oh yeah.
let's see what the immaculate grid looks like today. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna punch my fucking face out over this now. I'm kidding.
Can I see it or am I?
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now. Tuck and I were like punching or just kicking ourselves.
Oh, this is gross. Okay, you know what? We're in this together. Jets and Browns, that safety they drafted from Louisville, Calvin Pryor, off the rip.
Yeah. I like that.
What? What? Did he not make the team? What?
Yeah, he must have not made the team.
That is.
Stevie Johnson.
I can't say what I was about to say, but just know I was thinking it. Chris, you know me. You know good and damn well what I was about to blame for this.
Yes. Stevie Johnson, Jets, Bills.
Yeah, is it obvious though or no? I don't think
No.
so. Wait,
Definitely.
what about IKNM Collie? He was the guy that broke Geno Smith's jaw.
Oh, wait, did he play for the Bills too?
I'm pretty sure he did. Well, plus, you could also do. They had this one offensive lineman that they drafted from the same class.
Let's just go with the guy that broke Geno Smith's jaw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the Bills. He followed Rex Ryan there.
How do you spell-
IK space E.
Oh, nice, 2%.
Mm-hmm.
Good ball. I wonder what
You
Stevie
will never
Johnson would.
forget the man who broke Geno Smith's jaw.
I wonder what. I really do wonder what Stevie Johnson would have gone. Maybe I'll log into a different tab and see what it would have been. Or actually, CJ, you log into a tab and wait till we're done. Actually.
All right, Jets Titans. Did Dexter McCluster ever play for the Jets?
I don't think so.
Dang it.
It does feel like a team he would play for, though.
It does. It does.
Because he went Chiefs and then like Titans. And then was kind of just like shifting around.
What about that receiver? There's a receiver who went to William and Mary. I cannot remember his name, but I feel like he also might have played for the Jets. That he was drafted, I think, by the Titans. I don't remember now.
You talking about Corbett?
No. He was like 2014, 2015. Like that era.
Oh.
Yeah, he went to William and Mary. I think he was drafted by the Titans. Something McBride. I don't even know if he ever even made the team.
It sounds familiar. Trey McBride?
Yeah, that's him. TRE. No, I'm sorry. I am fumbling hard.
Hey, you know what? We're throwing names at a wall, seeing what sticks. You know, we weren't expecting much. You know, our first mistake is that we haven't hit this.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to do there? I think you could go with Isaiah Crowell. I think he got 1,000 yards once.
I was gonna go Peyton Hillis just for the memes.
What about Ernest Biner?
Ooh, Ooh. Yes, Ernest Biner. I'm just gonna put in his last name because I don't know how to. Yeah, 4%.
Titans.
Biner,
Obviously, Derrick
most
Henry,
known for
CJ2K.
Ernest Biner, most known for fumbling it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
I wonder if
All I know for the Titans, you got CJ2K, you got Derrick Henry, Earl Campbell, Eddie George. That's all I got right now.
Yeah, it'd probably be the same thing for me.
You want to just go with Eddie George? He's probably the least known of the three, which is blasphemy.
We could also go Tony Pollard.
Yeah, but how much is the recency bias going to play a factor here, though?
You're right. And there probably isn't a lot either. I mean, there probably is like some from pre-Campbell.
But Earl Campbell as far back as I go, because like I said, it's him, Eddie George, CJ2K, and Derrick Henry.
Let's go Eddie George.
Eddie George is going to be the one that people don't think about.
Yeah. Shout out Blaine Bishop. 19%.
Gross. I'm sorry. I'm selling here, guys.
I mean, there's not really many other guesses at that.
The Bills, you know who I'm thinking of.
Are you thinking of a specific running back from the early 2010s, not named Marshawn Lynch?
Oh no. I'm thinking of someone else.
You're thinking of OJ?
Yeah, and look, let's be real, okay? We all know what OJ Simpson's known for. He ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games, Chris.
I was about to say he ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games.
And that's it.
I think that's the most obvious one you can go for.
Yeah, obviously, that's why anyone knows him. 2,000 yards in 14 games. Which, all jokes aside, that's nuts.
That's ridiculous. That's disgusting.
He was a killer, man.
For real.
Absolute beast. So outside of that, what was it? Beast. We got OJ, Beast Mode, James Cook,
Shady
McCoy,
CJ Spiller.
Wait, did CJ Spiller ever hit a K though?
I feel like he did. I'm thinking of another one.
He was kind of iffy in the league.
No, I'm thinking of another one that was also with Spiller. I can't think of his name for the life of me though.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know if he ever got it. If he ever got there, though.
What was his name?
I know you're thinking of. I don't remember his name, though.
Oh, all right. I guess I'm going to look up his name because it's going to kill
me. Well, it count. I mean, it doesn't count. I mean, because if you don't see the stats, then it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't count.
Well, I don't need to know. My thing is that I know this guy's hit 1,000. It's a matter of if I can remember his name. That's my issue. Let's go history. I guess I'll go.
I don't know.
I guess I'll hit this.
Hold on, let's just.
Fred Jackson. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, Fred Jackson. Yeah, you could do that. Thurman Thomas is also one.
Yeah, I'll just go Fred.
What about that dude they had back in the day, Willis McGahee?
Oh, I forgot about Willis McGahee. Let's go Willis McGahee. We haven't. I want to go back to that Fred
Taylor
thing. Willis McGahee 3%.
Nice.
What's his fucking name? The bust.
Oh, Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
You could go Barkevious Mingo as well. Also, I think Jabal Sheard.
Yeah, Jabal Sheard. Sheard. Okay.
Jabal Sheard, Patriots legend Jabal Sheard.
Yeah.
No, 2 A's or after the B.
There we go. How is that
Patriots legend Jabal Sheard, man?
And you know Trent Richardson's probably gonna be the most well known.
Yeah.
Unironically.
Colts and Titans. Obviously, the obvious ones like Andre Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would love to have Blaine Bishop with us right now for this one, but
he would know.
I wish part of me wishes Blaine played for like at least one other team outside of like the Titans and the Eagles. Because boy, that would be like that would be a cheat code for us in this.
Yeah. Well, next time we get Titans Eagles, we got to put him there.
Oh yeah,
Respectfully,
I mean we've done it already, but well, we already fucked it, and to be honest, Tuck and I fucked it in the last one too.
Yeah, we gotta have 3 minds on this. 3 minds better than one. What about that quarterback for this?
Oh,
is
Kerry Collins?
No, this is Bills Colts.
Oh, Bills
I was
Colts.
thinking about Kelly Holcomb.
Yes, Kelly Holcomb.
Because I'm pretty sure he played for the Bills.
0.6. Yeah, he definitely played for the Bills. I didn't really know if he had actually played for the Colts or not. Should we just go Kerry here?
We could. I don't know. He's one. I know Matt Hasselbeck did, but is he that obvious? I would go Matt Hasselbeck because we kind of already screwed it up.
23.
Ah, sorry.
That's fine.
As far as Browns and Titans, wait, no, not Browns, Titans. Wow, I meant Browns and Jets. Ugh. Who would do such a thing to themselves to play for those two teams? Ooh. Joe Flacco, obviously, he's obvious.
Well, let's just go Flacco for the memes, just to get through it.
I think Brashad Perriman might have
21% on Flacco.
Oh, damn! I just realized Terrell Pryor.
Oh, Terrell Pryor would have been a really good one.
Yeah, they gave us the real bottom feeders today for teams. Good.
Yeah. Good God.
All I can think of for the Jets and the Titans, that tight end the Jets had for a bit, Jay Samaro. They drafted him in the 2nd round. Maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
What was he? Oh!
Oh. Nice.
Hey, we will never forget the Idzik 12. I think he was part of that draft class.
Yeah. All right.
Do you know about the Idzik 12, Chris?
What?
Do you know about the Idzik 12? If you're a Jets fan, cover your ears. Yeah, back in, I think it was 2014, the New York Jets had 12 draft picks, and they whiffed on every single one.
Damn.
And the only one that was even halfway decent was Quincy Enunwa, and he couldn't stay healthy. Then they had this other lineman that was the one that I couldn't think of from earlier, who was like a solid depth piece, and like that was it. Everything was just garbage. And I think that actually got Idzik fired because he went 0 for 12. Bricks.
I hate to see that.
No, I'm a Pats fan, so I find it funny.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
What are you doing?
23. I'm counting right now. Because
What
I wanted to see who else would have been in this 1,000-yard area for the Titans. So Tony Pollard, by the way, back-to-back 1K. The Titans have, since the Titans went to Tennessee in 1997.
Yeah.
They've had 23 1,000-yard rushers.
Good gravy.
Would you like to name them all?
No, I would not.
I think you would.
No, I don't want to.
Well, it's Tony Pollard, Derrick Henry, CJ 2K.
I can't name all 20 whatever.
Eddie George.
Uh-huh.
DeMarco Murray.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Do you remember the other half of Thunder and Lightning from USC?
No.
He was Reggie Bush's
yeah, I know. It
crime.
was Reggie Bush and
Lendale White.
Oh my God.
I forgot he went to Tennessee with Vince Young.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Travis Henry and Chris Brown were the other two. Chris Brown took over the lead back role over Eddie George.
And he dated Rihanna too. No, I'm joking. It's a different Chris Brown.
Yeah. Good. Nice. Great poll. Great poll.
I'm sorry.
Anyways. So let's see the percentages on this. Wow, 48% on Colts Titans.
Who was the most obvious one for that? I imagine it's Andre Johnson. If it was Matt Hasselbeck, I'm going to be pissed.
Andre.
Okay, good. It was Andre Johnson.
Yeah. I told you, Trent Richardson, unironically, was going to be the most obvious Colt Brown. That's funny. That is funny. I wonder who else would have been a 1,000-yard. Who else has been a 1,000-yard rusher outside of Nick Chubb?
I think Isaiah Crowell did it once. I think Eric Metcalf probably did it. Jim Brown, obviously.
Ernest
we put in.
Ernest Biner only did it once. That's kind of wild. They had 2,000-yard rushers that year too in '85. Both of them 23 years old, and both of them didn't rush for 1,000 for the Browns after that.
Who was the other one? Was it Eric Metcalf or?
Huh?
Was it Eric Metcalf the other one or no?
No, Kevin Mack.
Yeah.
Jamal Lewis, remember him? He used to play for the Browns too.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Peyton Hillis, most random 1,000-yard rusher, the most random ass Madden cover. Leroy Kelly, that's a fucking football name if I've ever heard one. Greg Pruitt, Mike Pruitt, brothers, cousins.
Possibly.
I don't know. Reuben Drones, that's another random ass 1,000-yard rusher. And yeah, how about Jim Brown? Look at that. 1,863 yards in 14 games. It's not 2K, though.
No.
Not 2K. That's
doesn't
not
have
2K.
that juice.
He didn't have that juice in him. Come on now. Shitting me. All right. That's the show. Anything else?
No, I'm all good over here.
Cool. Ended up turning into a long one. How about that?
Shocking.
That'll do it for us for this Tuesday episode of the Fumblerooski podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we have a new episode coming out on Friday at 8 a.m. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we also have all our episodes available on all streaming platforms available. Be sure to follow our Instagram, Fumblerooski_podcast, to keep up with the pod and the latest coverage on the NFL. Otherwise, we'll see you Friday. Over and out.